In a successful operation deep behind enemy lines, a Russian Airborne Forces (VDV) Special Reconnaissance Group conducted a covert mission targeting Ukrainian positions. The mission involved reconnaissance and sabotage activities in hostile territory. As a result, 2 Ukrainian soldiers, identified as Mykola and Tarasik, were captured and taken prisoner. In addition to the captives, the unit obtained valuable intelligence that could play a crucial role in guiding further advances by Russian forces. This strategic information is expected to help Russian troops push deeper into enemy territory with greater precision and effectiveness. A Russian soldier destroyed an enemy firing point by throwing an assault anti-tank mine at their stronghold during close combat, showcasing quick thinking and frontline bravery in action. Lancet drones prove their lethal accuracy in action. Russian forces continue to demonstrate the effectiveness of Lancet loitering munitions and coordinated ground operations across multiple fronts. In the Sumy region, servicemen from the 34th Separate Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade, operating under the Sever Group of Forces, successfully destroyed enemy armored vehicles and disrupted a rotation attempt by Ukrainian Armed Forces (AFU) units. Meanwhile, in the Kharkov region, a Lancet drone team from the Zapad Group of Forces executed a precision strike on a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, disabling the target with a direct hit. In the South Donetsk direction, the Vostok Group of Forces neutralized an American-made M198 towed howitzer, reducing the enemy's long-range firepower. MSTS self-propelled howitzer crews of the Zapad Group of Forces destroyed a communication hub, strongholds, dugouts, armored hardware, and manpower of the AFU. Artillerymen of the 25th Combined Arms Army delivered a strike by high-explosive fragmentation shells with extended range. As a result, the enemy lost control over this part of the front line, thus allowing our assault detachments to launch an offensive. Ivanova and Kostroma paratroopers destroyed the AFU equipment in the Chasova Yar area. Reconnaissance drones detected the movement of enemy equipment and the landing of troops. Artillery and FPV drones successfully neutralized the enemy, forcing him to retreat with heavy losses. The combat work of Russian drone operators on the road of death continues. The enemy is trying to break through and create a corridor at all costs, but the equipment and personnel are being destroyed on the way. A Tiger UAV squad ambushed and hit a Humvee armored car, a Stryker-wheeled infantry fighting vehicle with 2 strikes from Prince Vandal drones, and a Neva passenger car. Ukrainian armed forces counteroffensive near Kupiansk. Russian army continues to destroy attacking infantry and enemy equipment this time. The soldiers of the Zapad Group of Forces blew up a pickup truck from a truck, attacked armored vehicles, armored personnel carriers, and defeated enemy assault groups. For 3 days, our troops have been repelling counterattacks by enemy equipment and elite gear of attack aircraft of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kupiansk direction in the Kharkiv region. The enemy suffered significant losses. By Russian Defense Ministry on progress of special military. The armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out 10 group strikes, including 3 with high-precision air-dash, ground-dash, sea-based, air-ballistic Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, and attack drones, to hit the following targets: Ukrainian defense industry enterprises, military airfields, UAV assembly and storage areas, fuel, missile and artillery weapons and ammunition depots, territorial centers of recruitment of the AFU, temporary deployment areas of Ukrainian armed groups, nationalists, and foreign mercenaries. In addition, 4 Patriot anti-aircraft missile launchers and 1 U.S.-made and /MPQ-65 multi-role radar have been neutralized during the week. During the week, units of the Sever Group of Forces liberated the settlement of Varakino, Sumy region. Russian troops inflicted fire damage on clusters of manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, 2 air assault brigades, 1 Jaeger brigade, 1 unmanned aerial vehicle brigade, and 2 assault regiments of the armed forces of Ukraine. In Kharkov region, the group's units improved the tactical situation and defeated 1 AFU mechanized brigade and 2 territorial defense brigades. Over the week, the enemy's losses in the Sever Group's area of responsibility have amounted to more than 1,150 troops, 2 tanks, 6 armored fighting vehicles, and 37 motor vehicles. 29 field artillery guns, 2 ammunition depots, and 2 electronic warfare stations were neutralized. The Zapad Group of Forces took more advantageous lines and positions. Losses were inflicted on formations of 4 mechanized brigades, 1 assault brigade, 1 airmobile brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine, and 2 territorial defense brigades. The enemy lost more than 1,610 troops, 9 armored fighting vehicles, including 1 HMMWV armored vehicle and 1 U.S.-made Max Pro armored vehicle. 97 motor vehicles, 9 artillery guns, 42 ammunition depots, 20 electronic warfare and counter-battery warfare stations of the enemy, including 2 U.S.-made and /TPQ-50 counter-battery warfare stations, were neutralized. Elements of the UG Group of Forces continued to advance to the depths of the enemy's defense and liberated Belyagora, Donetsk People's Republic. Russian troops inflicted fire damage on manpower and military hardware of 5 mechanized brigades, 1 airmobile brigade, 1 mountain assault brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine, 2 territorial defense brigades, and 1 National Guard brigade. In this direction, the AFU losses amounted to more than 1,135 troops, 14 armored fighting vehicles, including 1 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, and 1 U.S.-made HMMWV armored vehicle. 24 motor vehicles, 9 field artillery guns, and 12 ammunition depots of the enemy were neutralized. The Center Group's units continue defensive operations on the territory of the Donetsk People's Republic and Dnipropetrovsk region. Russian troops liberated Novotoretskoye, Novoekonomicheskoye, and Zverivo, Donetsk People's Republic. Strikes were delivered at formations of 5 mechanized brigades, 1 air assault brigade, 3 assault brigades, 1 Jaeger brigade, 1 airborne brigade of the AFU, 1 marine brigade, 2 territorial defense brigades, and 2 National Guard brigades. The AFU losses amounted to up to 2,975 troops, 22 armored fighting vehicles, including 1 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, and 2 MLRS fighting vehicles. The AFU losses amounted to 55 motor vehicles and 30 artillery guns, including 2 U.K.-made 155mm Braveheart self-propelled artillery systems and 2 U.S.-made 155mm Paladin self-propelled artillery systems. Over the past week, units of the Vostok Group of Forces advanced to the depths of the enemy's defense, inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 3 mechanized brigades, 1 mountain assault brigade of the AFU, 1 marine brigade, and 2 territorial defense brigades. The AFU losses amounted to more than 1,360 troops, 21 armored fighting vehicles, 62 motor vehicles, 15 field artillery guns, 5 ammunition depots, 4 electronic warfare and counterfire stations. The Dnipro Group's units inflicted losses on 1 mechanized brigade, 1 mountain assault brigade of the AFU, and 3 territorial defense brigades. The enemy lost more than 420 troops, 37 motor vehicles, and 9 artillery guns. 33 electronic warfare and counter-battery stations and 17 ammunition depots were neutralized. Air defense systems shot down 27 guided aerial bombs, 6 U.S.-made HIMARS/MLRS projectiles, and 1 Czech-made Vampire MLRS projectile for Neptune long-range guided missiles, and 2,049 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. At night from 24 to 25 of July, 4 uncrewed enemy boats were neutralized in the northwestern part of the Black Sea. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the enemy has lost 664 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 72,402 unmanned aerial vehicles, 624 anti-aircraft missile systems, 24,324 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,581 MLRS combat vehicles, 27,815 field artillery guns and mortars, 38,681 special military vehicles,